compartilhe nossos vídeos, se inscreva no canal e deixe seu like. Desde já agradecemos.
The first thing you want to do is avoid getting your chest crushed by the other person on the headlock in this position. So to avoid that, you want to turn your body sideways like this. Okay? So now when I hold the neck, my weight is no longer resting on top of your chest. So that's the first thing we do. Then you're going to tuck your chin in so that if I squeeze with the arms, I'm no longer on the neck part, but I'm on the jawbone at this point. Right here. The arm, the elbow is going to stay here with the arm standing up, and the other hand goes to this kind of thing. That's the move we want, to make this kind of frame. With this kind of frame, even if I were to rest all my weight here, you could be able to support my weight. So that's what we're going for. Once again, let's do. So when I get close to the neck, slide your shoulder back and turn your body sideways. With this frame, the more I try to pull towards the person's neck, the more it's going to hurt my neck. Okay, so that's the move right here. Once this is established, you want to slide your hip away from me, push my head back, and bring the top leg over the neck so that you can cross your feet and squeeze the legs. Okay. Person gets close to you, you want to turn sideways and immediately set this frame up. The elbow should be resting on the ground here. He can't force it down because of the leverage that you have as a result of this frame. That's what you're looking for right here. Steady frame. It's a good idea to put the blade of the wrist against my neck so that the more I push down, the more it hurts my neck at this point. I'm holding the neck. You slide your hip away. I lose the support on my back, and the top leg goes over. Cross your feet and squeeze the neck. Right. Pick up the hip, the neck goes over, and cross your feet. Tuck the neck, back up your hip. Yes. At this point, it's important that you realize that the bottom leg should not be caught under my shoulder. Make sure that the legs are one on each side of my neck. Let me just review this real quick. So we go to this move here, elbow on the ground, back up your hip, push the leg back, and the legs trap around the neck. Okay, let me do this on the other side here. So sideways, make a frame down here. Slide your hip away, push my head back, and the legs will catch around the neck so that you can straighten the leg and squeeze the neck. And then squeeze the neck. If the person holds onto your neck and you bring the blade of the arm in front of my neck, making this kind of frame, but he is really strong and he holds your neck very tight, and then you move your hip away, bring my head back, but he doesn't let go of your neck. He keeps holding on. And you're going to follow him this way. Turn this way here. He's still holding on to your neck. You now mount the leg over and end up in this position with the hands spread on the ground so that he can't throw you out of here. That's the move you want. Okay. If the aggressor grabs your neck here, you slide your hip away, push my head back, the leg goes over. He doesn't let go of your neck. Make sure that you use your hands on the ground for balance. The hand should be able to move around. Leg goes over. He still got you on the neck. Your hands are spread out so that he can't throw you out of this. Okay. Do this one. Person's got you on the headlock like this. You make a frame with the arm. Pick up your hip, bring the leg over. He doesn't let go. You use your hands for base. Right here so that he can't throw you out. Take your time, bring the leg over. Spread your hands on the ground so that you're established here. Right, that's the move you want. So that your hands on the ground will prevent him from throwing you out. And end up in a mounted position like this. Even if the person were to keep their head down, if you hold your wrist and grind his face, it's very uncomfortable on my neck, so you'll probably be able to create this space. Then you slide your shoulder away, move your hip back, push my head back, the leg goes over, cross your feet, and squeeze the neck. Again, it's holding tight, grind the hand, very important, the grinding on the hand of the blade of the arm into my neck. So that the more I push down, the more it hurts my neck. Very uncomfortable for me in this position. Scoot your hip away, push the head back. Use your hands for balance. Mount the leg. Base with your hands on the ground. And you are back in the mounted position. If the person, after a while, becomes aware of what movement that you might want to do, they might keep their head down, tuck in real low like this, which is going to make it difficult for the hand to come in here. So if I keep my head tucked in very low, very tight, it's hard for you to do this move. So your hand no longer has the space to come inside. So what you want to do at this point is bring the leg over and hook the leg here close to the groin with your foot, just like this. Okay, like that. Okay, from this move. From here, the back leg, using this leg, you don't want to pull me back over that way. That's not the idea. It would be too heavy to pull the opponent over that side. What you want to do is just leave your foot here and use this hook as a support so that you can go with your knee up on the other side and end up on top of me at this point. Spreading your hands on the ground and rolling the person to this position. So if he's got your neck in a headlock and he tucks his head down real snug, really tight, you hook the leg, roll over him, untangle that foot. Right. Hands on the ground. Leg up and sit back. Make sure to sit back, because if you lift your hip too high at this point, you might lose your balance forward. You want to put the weight down and spread your hands in base so that he can't throw you out of here or forward. When you get to that top position, you want to make sure to establish your position. There's no rush. He's not going anywhere. So once you get on top of him, take your time, establish your position, ride the guy for a little bit. Then we're going to go into the next move. But for now, I just want to get the feel for the balance. That's what you want. You got the neck, holding the wrist, keeping the head down, holding tight. You hook the leg, climb onto your knees. Use your hands for base. Always think about use your hands, put the weight down so that he can't move around. That's what you want. You want to be able to establish your position here. So that your hands are controlling and you can't get out. Okay. This side. Got you here on the back. hold it back. Keep the head down. You hook the leg. Climb up. Untangle the foot. Leg up. Base. Right. And then the blade. See. Okay. All right. Once again. Ideally, back up for a sec, right? Ideally, as you practice the move, you don't want to wait for the person to grab your neck and then try to escape from here. This is a fight system, so as I get close to you, you should start turning now. Go. So by the time I get here, you're already ready for the opponent, huh? In other words, don't trust the person to come up to you, even in practice. When you say, okay, let me grab your neck, one sec. Don't let him grab your neck like this and start squeezing, and then you try to escape from this position. No good. So what you want to do is develop the habit of start turning right now at this point. So when the person gets here, you're already halfway out of it. Tuck your chin in, your head is protected, your neck is protected. I'm holding tight here, but the leg will come in. Roll over, untangle the foot. Establish your base here, sit back so that he can't throw you forward. The arms are spread out, this arm and this arm. Move out like this, so that even if he tries to jump now, all you want to do is ride along for a little bit. If he lets go and face you, you're mounted. Okay. He could grab your neck, tuck the head down, and when you hook that leg and start climbing over my back, he keeps his legs like this and try to resist. But now the weight of your shoulder will force my arm back. Hold the wrist and complete with a twist on the arm. Okay. Once again, please. If the opponent grabs your neck and holds you here, you hook the leg, climb up, use your hands for base, always, so that he can't push you back that way. The weight of your shoulder goes towards my neck, forcing my arm open, and then cranking the arm back this way. It's a painful move, so be careful with each other's shoulder at this point. One, hook the leg, base. The weight should be on my neck with your shoulder. Right. Okay. Other side, please. Hold the neck. He hooks the leg. Climbs up. I'm trying to resist not to be turned over. So now the weight on my neck, and then crank the arm up this way. Lift the leg, climb up, yeah. The weight on the shoulder, on the arm, and then come up with the arm. Okay. So if the person is here and is grabbing like this, you make that frame, elbow on the ground, scoot your hip away from me, push my head back, cross the legs, and squeeze the neck. Once again, please, if the same thing happens like this, well, slide your hip, push my head back. If I don't let go of the headlock, you come up. Step over, spread your hands in base, and you're on the top position, the mounted position. I wanna make a note of a point here, that when we are in this position, and Royce hook the leg, I'm sorry, make a note of this, when you're in this position, and Royce brings the hand around the neck, to do this, and scoot the hip away, push my head back, the leg goes over, and I insist in holding this. One second. The aggressor is going to be so worried about holding your neck that you can pretty much take advantage of that. Notice how easy it is for Royce to move me around. See, he can put the guy wherever he wants. He's so tight on the neck that you want to use that. You can move the guy around and then position him to wherever you want, because all he's thinking about is hold on to the neck. He's just, everything he's got is on the neck. So if you can be cool-minded enough about it, you can put your hands on the ground and carry the person wherever you want. I mean, you can just do whatever he's holding tight to the neck. You can capitalize on that. Right, and establish your position here. Always thinking about your balance so that you don't lose the position at this point. So take advantage of the fact that the person at this position, holding onto your neck, you can move him around, you can carry him wherever you want. Okay. And yes, the headlock can be a painful movement. The person squeezing your neck, it can hurt. But if you tuck your chin in and protect your head down like this, even though you're feeling the pressure, it's not going to be as painful as it would be if you're not aware of that, if you did not know how to protect your neck. So it's very important that we develop the habit of, as soon as a person gets close to you, immediately you want to turn it sideways. So if I could, I would say for you to now on, sleep with your elbows here so that you can use this as a guideline to hold me at this distance. And anytime somebody gets close to you, that's what you want to do. Develop the habit of protecting your neck immediately. So by the time they get here, you are halfway safe in this position. Then the hand goes across the neck, but I tuck my head down too close. You can no longer put your hand through here. Then we hook the leg. Right. Climb over. Right. Hands on the ground. And again, he can move me around anywhere he wants. It's easy for him to capitalize on that. Because I'm just holding so tight on the neck, he can carry the opponent anywhere he wants. Okay. Another variation for the headlock is when the person's got your neck like this, and now he knows that you might try this. He keeps the head down against this one, so you can't bring your hand through here. He knows you might try that, so he tucks his legs under and he goes like this to his knees. So his knees are very, tucked in, and the head is like a little ball. He's all wrapped up in here. In this case, what you want to do is that you want to go to your knees. Right like that. Put your hand on the ground back there. Hold my shoulder with this hand. And now as you sit back, you roll the person back over like this. Again, Royce carries me around wherever he wants. Mount the leg. And he's got absolute control of the position again. So I can't throw him out of this. Got him on the headlock on the side like this. And to prevent the blade across the neck, I'm tucking my head down real low. To prevent the hook on my leg, I'm tucking my knees in. So he goes to his knees, holds my shoulder with one hand, kind of hugging towards him, put the other hand on the ground, and now he sits back, carrying him like a ball to the other side. Shooting the leg over, spreading the hands on the ground in base, and again, easy to maneuver the person to whichever side he wants. Now if I let go, he would simply be mounted again on the mounted position. Okay. Protect my head down and protect my knee so that you can't hook the legs. That's where I'm at. You can't hook the legs. Can't push my head up. Goes to his knees. Hold my shoulder. As he sits back, I'm like a little ball, easy to lose my balance. Right here, and in this position, mount the leg over, spreading the hands on the ground so that he's got total control on the person here again. Another variation for the headlock is when a person has your neck in this position and he tucks the head down to prevent the hand from coming across the neck here. He'll tuck the leg in so you can't hook his leg. And as you hold the shoulder and go to your knee, he will step back with his leg to prevent you from flipping him that way. In this case, you step over the legs, put your hands on the ground, and capitalize on the fact that he's holding on to your neck. But you can now step over and end up in this position. At this point, I should make a note that even though I had him on a headlock, the fight is not over yet. That's going to lead us to another situation where you're going to be able to capitalize on this. Okay, so the fact that I have him on a headlock, he's no longer on the same dangerous position where he was before. He's now in a much more advantageous situation. Okay. This is going to be on the side here. So if I have him on a headlock at this point, I keep my head down and tuck my knee in. So he can't hook the leg or brace my neck away. He holds my shoulder, goes to the knee, puts the hand on the ground, rolls me back, and I prevent that by stepping back. Now he's going to step over, hands on the ground, and walk back. So that from here, he can step over and use the hands to brace himself. Again, I got him by the neck, but he'll be getting out of this very soon. One. That's it. Elbow on the ground. Back up the hip away from me. Push the head back. Leg over. Cross the feet. And squeeze the neck. Once again, please. Place the back. Back up the hip. If I don't let go, he'll follow me. Mount the leg. Spread the hands on the ground. Always thinking about your base. The number one thing is to maintain your base so that I can't throw you out of here. Very important to be relaxed and with your hands mobile, so you can always put them wherever you need to for base. That's the main thing at this point, just to maintain the position. Let the person on the bottom try to get you up, but he can't. Let him wear himself out with that. If I hold the neck and tuck my head down so that the hand can't come in, you hook the leg, go to your knee. Use your hands for base. Like that. Rolling back to this side. Remember that if the person at this point would just let go and turn, you'd be mounted. If leg in place. If from this position he decides to let go and turn, let him turn. It's still on top of him. If I hold the neck and keep my head down, when you hook the leg, I keep my base spread out so that you can't come up. He goes to the knee and dives the shoulder on my neck right here. It's very uncomfortable. And as he looks away, my arm, you have to let go of the grip and then complete with the arm lock. Cranking the arm back. If I got the neck and keep my head tucked down and the legs tucked in, they hold the shoulder. Roll the person back and go to this position where he can mount the leg, sit back, establish his base on the ground, always with the hand ready to protect himself from falling off. Hook the leg. I spread my base. Always in base, spreading the hands. Okay. If I keep my head tucked in and he climbs over, and as he's about to roll me back, go. I step back. He just steps over. Hands on the ground, rolls me back, and mount the leg. So that he can now again comfortably ride the position from here. If you ever find yourself with a person holding on to your neck, and as you turn sideways, he is really putting a lot of weight that way, take advantage of that. and mount. Right there. In other words, as you escape from these headlocks, mostly you want to feel the balance. You want to see where the opponent's weight is resting. If he's got your neck here and you can feel his weight is all here, it's going to be easier for you to climb up. Right, again. If he's got the weight too much forward here on your neck, easy to hook that leg and climb up that way. Go over his arm, or the arm this way, or the back. If he's got here and putting the weight over it, you can just feel the weight. Oh, just go with him. And then mount the leg. Always ending up in base with the leg mounted and the arms spread out so that he can't throw you out of this. I can't emphasize enough how important it is to always allow yourself a second to establish your base. This is very important, especially because the opponent, not knowing what to do, he's going to be jumping. He's going to be trying to struggle and muscle his way out. If you tighten up and tense up and try to use strength against him, it's easier for you to lose your balance at that point. But if you can be relaxed and just observe what he's doing and take your time, establish your base, you have a much better chance to succeed in all these techniques. Not only that, but also the fact that he's going to wear himself out a lot quicker because he's spending all this energy while you're just resting and riding along with him. So that's what you must keep in mind as you're practicing with your partner. And also be careful that when you're practicing, it's good that you pretty much allow each other to execute the technique so that you don't hurt each other's neck and that kind of thing very much. So when you get a partner to work with us, in these movements, hold the neck, but hold the neck not to crank his neck and, hurt too much, but just to hold the neck so that he has a chance to feel the position, to get used to get accustomed to how to escape from that kind of hold. And because you have a little more strength on your arms than he has on the neck. So you just want to hold, kind of relax, so because you want to make it easier for him to learn. And then when you reverse the position, he will do the same thing to you. Not worth trying to resist and tighten up too much in the beginning so that you don't have your neck hurt and you have to spend some time without practicing these techniques. Huh? You want to get the most out of this. So the hand is here on the neck like this. Tuck your head in so that if you can't do one, you're going to find always going to be an opening to do something else. So for example, if I'm holding Royce's neck like this and my leg is preventing from, there's another chance right here. Then he scoots the hip away, the leg comes over. If I insist on this, he just immediately goes for the next move. Always capitalizing on whatever is available. That's what you want to do. Then from here, he would mount the leg. If my leg is on his way, he clears the leg out of the way and mounts. Always thinking about the base at all times. To establish the base. Remember, we'll be getting out of this one here real soon. Okay. Huh? From here, if my head is up, he tries this. If I change, he changes. If I bring my leg in and tuck in, he can go to his knee, hold my shoulder, pull me back. I change, he comes over. Walks back.
Compartilhe nossos vídeos, se inscreva no canal e deixe seu like. Desde já agradecemos.